Welcome to Talk with Healthcare Heroes, episode 12, presented by medicalcrib. Today I have with me a most influential woman. She has also achieved an award of 51 most influential women in India in 2020. She has received a lot of recognitions and awards in her kitty. She has also received one of the prestigious award, Mary Gobrin Award, which was received she received it as the first Indian midwife to receive that award. She has done a lot in nursing education and promoted midwives in India. She has so much of research papers in her kitty. She has conducted Indian and international workshops and has been speaker in many Indian and international workshops. She is a former dean at Jamia Hamdard, one of the most prestigious college. She is Dr. Manju Chhugani. She'll be talking on Leader's Voice Go the Extra Mile. She'll be decoding her success and her mantras and the struggles and how she learnt about it. Keep watching. Hello and welcome everyone to this episode. I'm super excited for this episode. As you will see, the conversation of us today of Talk with Healthcare Heroes. I have with me a very great visionary and a great leader with me today. She's special. Yes, she's very special because she's an action taker. And when you will listen to her story, you will notice this that in every stage she said yes, in spite of not thinking how, and and it was paid fully. Today, the topic of talk is a leader's voice, go an extra mile. Today, I have with me Dr. Manju Chhugani, who is one of the 51 most influential women in 2020. And she is the dean of one of the most prestigious college, Jamia Hamdard. Such an honor to have you, ma'am, in this talk. She has achieved a lot in education, research, book publication, and many more to add on. And the list goes on and on and on. And she also maintains a lot of position in Indian and international organization. It's such an overwhelming episode for me because I was an alumni of Jamia Hamdard. I did my master's and she's my research guide as well. And I feel so honored to have her. She's an inspiration to lakhs and lakhs of women out there. Welcome, ma'am, to this talk show.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is such an honor to hear from her story, her journey. So, ma'am, my first question to you, how was your journey to being the 51 most influential woman in India?
Okay. It was, in fact, a honor and a proud moment for not only me, myself. It is for my family, for my university, and for my profession, which is nursing. So it was a proud moment for all of us. And the road, I must tell you, was not smooth and was full of challenges, full of hurdles. But I must admit here that the moment your work gets recognized, you forget all pains, challenges, hardships, struggles you have undergone. I would give example from my field, maternity, exactly the way when the mother receives a baby after such a long hours of pain, she forgets all her pain and she feels so happy to receive the baby. Exactly the same feeling I had when I received this award, and I felt that for nursing profession, it was something which is making me proud and making my profession proud. That apart from scientists, academicians, social workers, there were different categories, and nursing was one. So that made me very, very happy. And as I said, the journey was not only physically, mentally, it was emotionally also very challenging. And but I must say that the willpower, the persistence, the positive outlook, and determination, that were few of the characteristics which I feel that were the responsible factors And I must also tell you one more thing here,
Yeah.
that being a woman with a smile that I can't help, I can't stop smiling. And
Yeah,
being a
true.
woman with a smile is judged by people in all possible ways. But we have to focus on the goals and have to ignore that completely. And that focus on the goal is responsible for the achievement. And when you decide to go on the path which is developmental, you have to understand that it's not full of sunshine, it's not calm, serene path. It is full of challenges, struggle, and which is very tiring and draining. And those who overcome these hurdles will only taste the success at the end. And I want to quote here definitely my father, who is a pillar of strength for me. And he used to tell me when I was a small child, from that time itself, that you need to decide on whether you want to go on a comfort zone or you would like to achieve something in your life. If you want to achieve something in your life, then be prepared that you have to face challenges, you have to face critics, people will blame you, more people will not like you, will not like you. I would not say hate you, but will not like you. But you have to keep working with full determination and consider these people who criticize you as helpers. That was something which I always kept at the back of my mind, that yes, he is right. If we keep these people as your helpers, or I would say boosters, to work hard, I think everyone can achieve extraordinarily in this life. And he always gave one example to me, that when you're going to sow a seed, that will come out this after sprout. It will come out of the earth, and people will walk on that. And if you are strong enough, you can bear that they're walking, and you're not crushed by that, then you will grow into a tree. Otherwise, you will be crushed. And when you grow into a tree, the people who walked on top of your like sprout will sit and praise that tree. So you have to decide that what do you want. And with his preachings and his teachings, I decided that yes, it is difficult, it's challenging, but it's interesting as well. I would say it is interesting as well. So that's the story for the award and the challenges and the force behind this.
Wow, ma'am, that's a great story. When life throws lemon, you make lemonade out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And my next question is from a midwife to the dean of such a prestigious college. How was your journey? And I think everyone would love to hear that.
Yeah. This path, I started with a very initial point, or a small step of my career. Um, and the start was with a clinical instructor, and with a very small steps, but the objectives, goals were very firm. And I never connected or related the position or designation with the goals or my work. These two have been always separate thing for me. Whatever position designation I got, I have always worked apart from 9 to 5. That's the limited period. I have always worked till 11, 12 at night, and I sleep always after 12. It has become a routine kind of thing for me now. And
Mhm.
working on holidays, everyone enjoys going out and having fun parties. But for me, the enjoyment is on holidays if I work on some paper, if I work on some project, which is not my routine work, like it's not part of teaching or administration, that I really enjoy. it gives me pleasure. And what is the hormone which is responsible for that? Dopamine, which gives you the pleasure feeling. So it
Yeah.
gives me that. And that's why I can work for long hours. And I must tell you, Ansi, here that I was a very shy, timid, very simple girl. If you go back 30 years ago, from
Mhm.
a town that is from a small town, it's in Uttar Pradesh, and I always wanted a person to accompany me to even go to the administration block. If I don't have somebody accompanying me, I was not
Mhm.
able to go even to administration block alone. That was the
Mhm.
kind of person I was 30 years ago when I started this journey. And I kept on waiting that somebody should be free, and then I will go with them for any work. But now, over the years, I have worked so hard. I have worked so much in different arena of profession, different portfolios I have worked on with different partners. Today, I can tell you with proud that I can go to any part of country, not only country, any part of the world alone. And I have traveled voraciously, I would say, in all parts of the world, and that too always alone. Always alone means
Mhm.
that it's a professional, most of the time it's a
Yeah.
professional work, so I
Mhm.
have to travel alone. And March was my last travel when the this lockdown started. I went
Mhm.
to London for the conference, and I finished that. And after that, this lockdown started. So it's every year I go to different places and do lot of work with variety of people. And then you forget all your hardships when you get recognized, as I said earlier. And when I received this year ICM
Mhm.
Mary Goberin Change Agent Award, which is a very prestigious award by International Confederation of Midwives, which is an international body of midwives. And I felt very happy and proud because I am a first Indian midwife who received this award this year, 2020. So working extra mile,
Wow,
working
ma'am.
extra number of hours, working on holidays has paid off. And
Yeah.
reaching up to the position of dean, as you said, was the hard work which was responsible. And I would add here is the helpers which my father explained to me at quite young age. They played a very important role in this journey. Yeah,
Wow.
but I also want to tell you one more thing,
Yeah.
that
Yes, ma'am.
as a human being,
Hmm.
with all emotions, because a human being means with emotions,
Yeah.
it is not easy to ignore all the time the ones who continuously try to bring you down by all
Hmm.
means. It's not easy to tolerate or bear that. But then you cannot change people. You cannot change anyone, and you have to decide for once and all what is important for you. Is it you or their behavior, or what is more important for you, your goals? So because the criteria is, for me, is my goals are more important than anything else, and I have always taken it as inspiration from them, as a booster to move forward. But sometimes, as a human being, I also find it little difficult to deal with that emotion, that all the time,
Hmm.
sometime it will stop, but it doesn't stop. It continuously keeps on going. You only have to change your outlook. आपको अपना नजरिया बदलना पड़ता है. Things doesn't change.
Yeah. And ma'am, your, like you said, your hard work paid it all, and you are and you're successful this much. And it doesn't matter, like you said, it doesn't matter what the people says. If you are honest and sincere with your work, and your work shows it to the people. Ma'am, I wanted to ask you this, that you have been successful. So there is a struggle story behind it. And what is that struggles? What are the struggles that you faced?
Yeah. So I would like to begin this journey of struggle and success, I would say, when I was a small child. From that time itself, I was a very studious child, and everyone in the class used to tease me, "You're a bookworm." You are a bookworm. So I have been hearing this from my childhood, and I continued till date. Same thing. And I started my journey in nursing. First thing I felt was that the profession was not respectfully accepted, especially in the state or the society where I belong to, and everyone discouraged and asked my parents, "What happened to you? Why did you ask your daughter to join this profession? She's so bright, she could have joined any other profession." And all those kind of comments from people, whosoever was coming to our house, and hearing all that at that tender age was so confusing. I got confused. What they are talking, what is this profession about? Is it not a good profession, or what is this? So, and then I see on the other aspect, whenever anyone coming from village, families coming from village for consultation in Safdarjung Hospital, where we were going as a student, then later on as a teacher, I would be very useful and important person for them to help them in getting consultation with doctor and all, facilitating all that. So I thought, is it not a good profession? Because sometimes they say it is very good, very important. Sometimes say that it is not good, socially it is not acceptable. So those, you understand, double standards.
Yeah.
Then I decided that I have to make a mark and answer all these people who have confused me. And on job, because of good work, I have always been appreciated by a few, and not appreciated or hated by many people. And that's the truth of life. And I never paid attention to these things, and never paid, in fact, attention to my designation. Always work is more important for me. And I studied my MSc, I studied my PhD with the support from my family. After marriage, after having children, after my daughter, I studied masters. After my son, I studied PhD. So one degree at home, one degree at profession. That was the kind of arrangement I had. And as I told you earlier, also sometimes I used to get jealous also, looking at my friends, my colleagues, my classmates who were having a gala time, enjoying their life. But I'm happy today that that did not attracted me. That was not attraction for me, and I kept on moving on the track which I decided. And I had to face lot of blames, lot of questions raised by my colleagues. My authorities were given the feedback that I'm very impolite person, I'm very rude. And people used to say that we are of same age, same class, but why she should get this? They will not see the background work. Nobody will see your background. In fact, I used to console myself by looking at the vice chancellors of the university, because all their classmates must have not become vice chancellor. Why they become vice chancellor? Because they must have worked extra mile, they must have worked hard, they must have accepted the challenges, criticism, and still worked hard, continued to work hard. That is the reason why they are on those positions.
Yeah.
So I always answered every every blame or criticism with one good event. and you might be the witness of that, that whenever something negative was written for me, I had always planned and organized national, international conferences, calling people, going out, writing papers. These
Yeah.
were the answers I have always given on my kind of people's objections, or the way they raise questions. And the journey is still on, and so the struggle, and only I have changed the perception, my perception, that I have to see that everyone is right in their own way. According to themselves, they are right. They are raising points because they feel they are right. So everybody has right to feel that, to express that they are right. But you have to change your outlook. आपको अपना नजरिया बदलना पड़ेगा अपने पीस अपनी ग्रोथ के लिए. So that's what I have done. Yeah.
And ma'am, so my next question, though you have answered everything, still, what are your strengths that makes you stand out?
Okay. So everybody should work on their strength as well as the weaknesses, because both are important. Strengths are equally important as the weakness is. And I would say that I have always worked on my strengths, um, considering that I have to improve on my weaknesses as well. And I think the strongest point or the attribute is dreaming big and the vision. And dreaming big is not sufficient enough. You have to work hard to achieve those dreams. And another very important characteristic, I would say, is positive attitude and motivator, as I always have worked as a motivator. Many students, many teachers, young teachers, they express always that they feel motivated with my style of working, and with me as a team member. And I always believed in empowering people. And sometimes I have to face a loss also because of this, because whosoever has worked with me, I have empowered them with lot of skills, lot of courage, and the acumen of administration and all those things. So then they move out, and that is the time I feel, for a moment
Yeah.
only, that
Mhm.
I lose the good ones. But it's life, it has to
Yeah.
keep on moving, and then the new ones comes, and then they start with the same cycle. And I feel that the courage is also very very important thing which I have. I am a courageous woman. I don't mind taking risks, and I have
Yeah.
taken a lot of risk in this journey, a lot of risk. And another thing which I feel is very important is that I can identify. I have that eye to identify the right people for right work. And it is very very important for a person to be a successful leader, to be a successful administrator, to identify people. And also focus is another important thing. Focus on dreams. You have lot of distractors on the path, but you have to always focus. The minute you go haywire, you have to bring it back, you have to bring your attention back to the goal. And then you have to be very humble. And I feel that I am humble enough. If I do not know something, I don't mind telling my students or my colleagues that I don't know. I will read and come back and let you know. And also, always making a plan ahead. I am always having a diary, and people used to tease me also many times that we had never seen you without a diary, because every time I have to write whatever I'm planning or whatever I'm doing, because that gives you less stress because you know that you have written everything. You don't have to pressurize your mind all the time. So that is also one of the strength, I would say. You can ask me 10 years ago on today's date. That is, what is the date today? It's 4th
Yeah.
of October. I can tell you what I was doing even 10 years ago, and last
Wow.
year what I have done today. Because maintaining a diary is one thing which I feel is my strength also, that I can feel confident that what I have done, I can reflect upon what I have done today and what is my plan for tomorrow. So I think these are the strengths, and because of this, I have been a board member of international NGOs. I've been recently the officiating registrar of Jamia Hamdard, first
Wow.
woman, uh, maybe for one day, but still, and
Wow, that's
also
great, ma'am.
the first lady to become dean in nursing. So
Wow.
I think because of these strengths, administrators identify people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, ma'am, to know. And the catchy point was that you write the journal from starting till now. You know what? Because I could see that in your, resume, that you know everything what just happened. That reflected everything, and we were like, I don't even know how many workshops I attended, but you know that you know the count and everything.
Yeah.
So that's great, ma'am. Ma'am, what would you advise to the young nurses who are dreaming big, and also to the leaders, not only to be a good leader, but being an unforgettable leader like you? What are your advices to them?
Yeah. To first of all, to all my young aspiring nurses, students, and young teachers, I would like to tell you that each one of you is having a lot of potential, which is not completely utilized. That's what I would like to convey. And I must tell you that you have immense potential. You only need to identify, you need to exercise, you need to use it in a right time, in a right way. So that is one which I feel is very, very important. And other thing is knowledge sharing. Please do not keep your knowledge or skills with yourself only. It is to be shared. And once you share it, you're not only helping others, you're helping yourself also in day by day building your knowledge further. And what is required is your determination. That is an initial step to start your outstanding journey. Everyone can move on that outstanding journey if you start with the initial steps with firm determination, not half minded, halfway, maybe this way, that way. No, you need to be very firm in your decisions. And once you take that decision, I'm sure that you can go far on that outstanding journey. And if you want to fly, sky is the limit. And during this journey, I would say that uh, you will face lot of challenges, lot of failures, uncertainties, but never let negative forces to pull you down. And there are people who will pull your leg down, but at the same time, you will find a few people who will pull your hand. So, where you need to focus is, don't focus on those who are pulling your leg, focus on those very few, but still people are there who are holding your hand. So, focus on those hands and move forward. And do ordinary things. You need not do extraordinary things. Do ordinary things, but in an extraordinary fashion or way. That makes you a person. That makes you a leader. That makes you a individual who is or who will be remembered always. Because things are same. You are also teaching. I'm also teaching. There are many administrators, but only doing things in a different fashion or manner matters. And let your work speak. Instead of your words, let your work speak. And for nursing, skills are a set of, I would say, the characteristics or the important integral part of the profession which makes you special. I have seen in labor room during my experience, nurses who are so skilled that even doctors are coming and learning from them. I have taught many interns, many house surgeons, the normal delivery, episiotomy, and how to conduct normal delivery even without episiotomy. So they have learned from me. So skills have made me and will make you very special person. And then they have a special place for you, and we should enjoy that special place, and always stand up for your profession and follow the ethics, because we have to stand up and have to take the challenge or the risk, because as a leader, risk is always accompanying. And also take up operational research to build up the knowledge base, and keep yourself always updated, and keep your spirit alive and positive all the time, and right actions at right time is the crux of your success, your leadership, or the message I would like to convey is that. And as a nurse, you can touch, as a nursing leader, you can touch and you can heal body, mind, and spirit of many, many lives, which other professions are not so blessed to get this opportunity. That's what I feel.
That's great, ma'am. My next question is that you have set a mark above, and but still in India there is something lacking. Nurses are not that appreciated. What you think would bring on the change?
Yeah, this is very important question, and I have been thinking this um, every time. I would say, whenever I come across a situation where I feel that it's not good for the profession, I always think why of this aspect. First thing is, we must realize as nurses that we have lot of potential that is lacking in us, that we do not realize our potential. We have to first understand and realize our potential. We need to respect first ourselves, then others will respect our profession. And we have to work hard to master our skills, to master our talent, and teamwork works. We need to unite. We need to unite um, in a way that we become very strong and come out of your comfort zones. One should start with the miniature steps and focus on the goals, and definitely you will achieve what you dream for. And in foreign countries, I have seen what is the difference between India and other many other countries, developed countries. There I have seen that, which we should also do to make our mark in this, that we should master our skills. We should focus on our work for 8 hours. If I am on job, I should focus on that only, and after that, enjoy as much as you can. So that's the philosophy which I have seen there, which is lacking here. We waste a lot of our time in gossiping. We get distracted very easily. We don't consider those 8 hours as disciplined 8 hours. If we start doing that, I think we have lot of potential, and which can sharpen further, which can grow further, and we can master our skills, and people are looking at us for our skills, for our work. Not otherwise, they will not recognize us unless we prove ourselves, and it's a right time to prove ourselves now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, I need to ask you one question. Like you said, you work really hard and you spend a lot of time. How do you balance your work and family? Was it, is it tough, or how do you manage?
Yeah, I'm a daughter in law, I am a mother, I am a wife, apart from professional roles. So, but the lucky part or the bliss here is that I have a very supporting family. They have always allowed me to work late till late hours. My husband has taken care of my children. I must tell you that when my colleagues, my classmates were rearing their children with full attention, lot of time to their families, I was struggling to finish my studies. I was doing my master's, I was doing my PhD, and during that time, they were involved completely in their families, and I was passionate for my work, but I was lucky, and I'm lucky enough to get that support from my father one side and my husband other side. So these are two pillar of strengths on which I'm standing strong and bold. They give lot of courage as well to do all these things around the
Wow,
globe.
wow, nice, ma'am. So you are an inspiration to so many because I know if your name is being taken by anyone, they're like, wow, she's such a great leader. And you cannot stop talking about you because you have such, you actually set a mark. Thank you for inspiring us. Keep inspiring us, ma'am. And thank you for joining.
नहीं खाई ठोकरें सफर में तो मंजिल की अहमियत कैसे जानोगे, अगर नहीं टकराए गलत से तो सही को कैसे पहचानोगे. So that's the
Wow.
the quote which I believe, that you keep
Yeah.
struggling and keep achieving. Thank you so much.